Good evening, guys, and happy Tuesday to all of your sunshiny faces. Pardon the mess, guys. I am a mess because today has been a mess. I'm sure I have mentioned about our air conditioning finally getting fixed on Tuesday. Not fixed, I guess, but we're getting the new unit put in on Tuesday, or on Thursday. We're getting it put in on Thursday. Today is Tuesday. I don't remember what I said. Anyways, it's getting put in on Thursday. And, you know, right now we have no air conditioning. So it's been hot. Today was crazy hot, like uncomfortably hot. And so like the last couple days, even when it's supposedly been hot, like on Saturday, I think it said it was like 90 degrees, but it didn't feel like that really in the house. It's hotter in our house though than it is outside. Like Matthew made that comment when he came home today. So I'm definitely looking forward to the air conditioning getting put in on Thursday. However, my dad went into the crawl space just to check a couple things because he knew that they were going to be down there. So like he wanted to move this stuff out of the way, make sure that, you know, the light bulb was still working down there. You know, make sure the step ladder, you know, all the stuff is okay down there. And to like the new, because the guys that were here when they put in the furnace, it's a different company than we were using for the furnace. So we had to, my dad wanted to check to just see like what they ended up finishing down there, because they took like the old coils, which I think were in the crawl space, out and moved them into the laundry room. And so like I said, he just went down there to check like a couple different things. And as he was down there, found out that our one of our pipes had actually, I don't know, not burst. It is not the water that, you know, is going into the pipes. It is like the drainage. One of the pipes, I don't know if it burst or like something like that, but it's the one from the sink and dishwasher. However, my dad found this out because as I was running the washing machine, it's actually backing up, and found out that it was actually then going from there to like the kitchen sink was a problem. I guess maybe like a T or something like that that was down there, but it wasn't going to like the sewer drainage out. It was sort of backing up a slight bit and going into that part that was leaking. So my dad found that out while he was down there. So we have an emergency plumber that is coming tomorrow. I don't know if it's an emergency, but we just, you know, said, you know, that we needed this kind of fixed quickly. Again, we are trying to avoid, and I didn't even need to run the dishwasher or anything like that today. But, you know, we're trying to avoid using the kitchen sink, the dishwasher, you know, all that kind of stuff. As of right now. And then also to like the laundry, so like the slop tub and the washing machine, you know, and we were like, you know, we could wait again a couple days if need be, and, you know, again can hold out on doing that, since again I sort of got all that stuff done. But now, knowing that there's a problem, we're like, we need to, you know, not to be using those things as of right now. So, but they were like, yeah, we can get somebody scheduled and come out tomorrow. So, they're coming at some point tomorrow. However, tomorrow is also going to be a crazy day because my mom has her post-op appointment for her neck surgery. Jack also has like the football party, I guess, sort of, at actually like a restaurant thing that's literally right down the street from us, but he needs to get there somehow. And then on top of that too, like Matthew, you know, my mom has to get to her appointment. However, she can't drive herself to the appointment because she's not allowed to drive yet. So like somebody else is gonna have to take her. Somebody else is gonna have to be here that at least slightly knows what they're talking about when it comes to the drainage situation. And so, but my mom's gonna be at a doctor's appointment with another person. So like it's either gonna be Matthew or my dad most likely that's gonna have to take her, and then one of them will also have to be here most likely to sort of help with the situation with the plumber, and then somebody else has to take Jack to the thing. So we think that again all of this should be able to be sorted out at some point, and you know, again, like it won't be like most likely Jack here by himself, but yeah, we it's gonna be a crazy day tomorrow, and again, I think everything's sort of figured out, but again, it's gonna be a whole big huge crazy thing tomorrow. And then after that, on Thursday is when the air conditioning is coming. Guy is coming to replace the air conditioning. So again, long story short, guys, we've got an awful lot of different things now that is like, oh my gosh, this emergency thing has to be fixed. However, it's a good thing, I guess, sort of, that we are having the air conditioning done, you know, like now, because if not, we wouldn't have seen the problem that was happening in the crawl space. It would have just kept going on being, you know, like, oh, everything's fine, and then figure out that this is obviously a problem. So yeah, guys, like I said, it's like one thing after another here right now. I ended up actually waking up pretty late today, but I edited, uploaded, and was able to also I did 2 loads of laundry today. So again, that was what, my dad was like, there's a puddle down here. And that's when we figured out that, again, there was like a backup, and it was actually going into the drainage that was to the sink, that we figured out was actually, you know, corroded, or I don't know, has a leak or something like that. And that's how my dad found it out. So if he would have went down there and I wasn't doing laundry today, he probably would have went on just being like, oh, you know, everything's fine down here. So again, long story short, guys, it's, I guess, a blessing in disguise that sort of came up when it did. And on top of that too, I ended up getting the dishes put away, and ended up getting the stuff loaded up in the dishwasher. I didn't have enough to run it. So again, luckily though, that didn't end up, you know, we didn't have a worse problem, I guess. But again, it's probably been going on for quite some time, and we just didn't really realize it. But again, like, we had it, couldn't have happened between then and fall, because, you know, we had people that were down there. My dad went down there, and then we also had the guys that were down there to put the furnace stuff, you know, get all that taken care of. So like, we know that at least wasn't since then, but it could have been, again, any time in the months, you know, recently. But again, I was able to get to the laundry and some dishes, and I edited and uploaded today, so I got to all my things. But now I'm staying up late tonight because I had to stay up to wait for Matthew to get home, to make sure that he knew what was going on for tomorrow, because he left at 3 o'clock. Again, my dad didn't figure this out and find out about it till maybe 4 or maybe, no, 5 o'clock or something like that. And so then, you know, like, my parents were texting him at work, like, you know, knowing that he didn't have to work tomorrow though, which was a good thing. And so again, ended up, you know, telling him like, oh, you know, we're gonna have an emergency plumber here, or are you gonna be here in case, again, you know, like, you have to take, you know, my mom has to go to the doctor's appointment, my dad's not home yet, or Jack needs to be taken to, you know, like I said, his football party thing or something like that. So you know, again, I stayed up late to just make sure, like, when he got home, because both my parents were asleep, you know, to make sure, like, did you get their text messages, and then all this kind of stuff. And then my dad actually got up and explained the whole thing to him, and watched the end of the Cubs game. So I also stayed up to watch the Cubs game as well. And now it's really late. I already actually took a shower. I just really need to brush my teeth and wash my face, and I can get to bed. But yeah, guys, this is just like, I don't know, I don't want to say like our luck, but it's like, I can't believe that happened. Oh my goodness, this happened now. Okay, now we have this thing that's happening. It's like, again, one after another after another. It's like, it just keeps happening. So it's just like one thing after another, sort of, right now. And it's like, once we feel like we're sort of getting ahead with things, like, we're like, oh, we got the, you know, the deck power wash and all that kind of stuff, we're gonna stain it, you know, hopefully help, you know, be able to keep our deck longer and stuff like that, and in good shape and stuff like that. It's like doing maintenance on things. It's like, we're like, okay, we're getting on top of the maintenance of things, and then we're like, oh my gosh, now problems are popping up again, like air conditioning. And again, we knew this for a while, but that we had to get that replaced, because these are the things that we have in the windows right now. But you know, got the furnace taken care of, and then, you know, getting the air conditioning taken care of, and then, you know, again, knowing like, okay, now we have this problem that pops up. We're trying to just, you know, do like maintenance stuff and things like that, you know, getting things taken care of, and being like, oh my gosh, now all this stuff is, you know, problems are popping up. So yeah, but we have a couple of other plumbing things. The thing is, my dad's an electrician, and pretty handy. And like, again, on top of that, me and him together have been able to like figure out things that maybe neither of us are super handy at. Like, we built the drawer for the kitchen to replace the one that was broken in there, you know, like that kind of stuff. But my dad is like, when it comes to plumbing, he doesn't want to have anything to do with it, just because like, if it isn't, again, an emergency situation, he could, you know, maybe fix something, but he's like, in order to get it to work right, he doesn't want to have to deal with it. He wants to get somebody professionally able to deal with it. But you know, again, electricity and all that kind of stuff, my dad can, you know, oh, this outlet's not working, I can fix that. You know, the light's not working, I can figure out how to fix that. You know, we can add new lights and you know, move the switches and outlets and stuff like that around and all that kind of stuff. When it comes to plumbing, like even replacing the faucet, my dad's like, I don't want to have to do this kind of stuff. So there's other plumbing things too that we've had, you know, like I said, sort of things going on with that we need to have fixed. But you know, having actually we have like half of our shower stuff is replaced and the other half isn't, because my dad is not totally sure that he would be able to take on doing it. So that's why we're like, well, if these guys, you know, work well and aren't too insanely expensive or anything like that, we might have them do some of the other little things. Like, we wanted to get the garbage disposable, which might actually have had some of the problem that was going into, again, you know, like I said, the drainage and all that kind of stuff. That might have been part of it, but we wanted to get that. And again, my dad's like, but I'm not going to hook it up, so we have to find somebody else to be able to do that. So all in all, again, if this ends up going over well tomorrow, we can you know, like I said, get some of those other things that we also need taken care of for that too. So anyways, guys, like I said, I'm gonna just brush my teeth and wash my face. I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.